I've been running a software consulting company for the past 3 years, and I have helped dozens of businesses use more technology. And I think there's one mistake that far too many businesses make when they are trying to invest in more technology, and that is making the wrong stuff or not thinking of the use case first. I have this graphic that I'll show up on screen, and we use this in every single one of our proposals. When we build projects, we constantly want to demo the product that we've built and have the end user try and test it from point A to point B. What too many founders try and do, but unfortunately it doesn't really work, is when they have this vision for something and they hire engineers to make it, and the engineers will go and they will build the several parts of the system that you need and they'll put it all together, but then at the end it's not quite what you imagined. It's not quite as refined as you thought it was. And the thing that was missing is, like, you need to test as you build it, because you have to understand when you think of an idea versus when you actually use it. When you're on the platform itself and you're clicking around it, you start to see all the kinds of little flaws in the user experience that you didn't think of before. Making something is one thing, but actually using it and living it and breathing life into it and seeing how it behaves when you use it is completely different. Unfortunately, I've seen way too many clients not begin with the end in mind or not fully understand what their use case is. The most important thing is to develop a really specific use case where you understand exactly how this technology is to be used and exactly what problem it is solving. And this is the same thing, that if you're building a product company in tech, you're going to be wanting to answer that question too. But even if you're a larger company and you're building an internal tool, or you're getting a new SaaS, or you're setting up some automations or something, you want to be thinking about, what is the final use case of this automation? What am I actually solving with this? I see a lot of people make AI automations, how to make this AI assistant and things like that. The thing is, do you need an assistant in the first place? Or are you just adding complexity to your life? People have tried to make kinds of email bots, but maybe it'll save you more time, or it'll enable you to make better decisions if you make a bot that can analyze your bank documents and tell you where you're spending too much money. And this is something that actually we're in the process of implementing for our own company right now. But fundamentally, people don't start with a specific use case in mind a lot of the time. They start by either seeing cool features or having some sort of idea. But if you don't really A, test it, and B, think about the final problem that you really want to have solved when you have this technology deployed, you're going to create a product that will probably not serve you as much as you want. And at the end of the day, that's going to be a waste of resources, right? You're going to spend a bunch of time and or money building things maybe isn't that useful. And I've seen founders literally fail because they built products that just didn't solve problems. And unfortunately, working in the development space and working with a lot of early stage companies, I've seen people fail because of this. And I think it's the biggest mistake that people make, is not knowing their use case for their technology when they are making it and not testing it as they go. This has been particularly on my mind recently as we're starting to build more internal tools ourselves, and we're really trying to practice what we preach and learn from all of our clients. And it's really, really exciting, because I think there's a whole lot of internal tools that you can now build with AI that previously wasn't possible. And that's getting really interesting. This is just what I've learned from the past 3 years of running this company. And I hope it's useful for anybody who's thinking about building their own tech. Anyway, feel free to comment any questions below and I will reply to as many as possible.